Hello and welcome to Backyard Food Guide. It is the height of winter, and as you can see here, my backyard is full of snow, so not really that conducive to gardening. However, what I'm going to do this year is try and get a jump start on things, go a little bit earlier with the hope of being able to harvest some plants a little bit earlier. So what I'm doing with these videos is putting together some checklists based on the gardening zones that you're in. So I hope you find this helpful. Okay, here is the gardening checklist for Zone 8 for January and February. Zone 8 on this gardening map is the light purple pink color. The winters are relatively mild with the low temperatures between 10 to 20 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 12 to minus 7 degrees Celsius. Most Zone 8 areas have temperate summer climates with cool nights and a long growing season. So this is a great combination for having beautiful flowers and really good vegetable plots. Item number 1 is to create a plan. Make sure that you figure out your space and decide on where you would want to rotate your crops from last year. Of course, it's a great idea when possible to consider companion planting. Certain combinations of plants are complementary and more productive because of nutrient requirements and pest repelling abilities. Checklist number 2 would be to start some seeds indoors in January. So some of the great vegetables that you can start at this time in January would be broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, head lettuce, onions, celery, parsley, and rosemary. For the rest of this video, most of the recommendations will be for February because January is still relatively cold and it would be difficult to do a great deal outdoors. For the plantings that can go outdoors in February, I would recommend a succession sowing method. This is a great strategy for starting seeds early, and you could sow every 2 weeks. Of course, the benefit of this is that crops won't be ready all at once, and if you've started some a little bit too early, then you may have only lost a few plants or a few rows rather than the entire crop. So some of the greens that you could start planting out in February to the end of February, depending on what the weather is like, of course, would be spinach, leaf lettuce, bok choy, Swiss chard, and kale. Other vegetable recommendations for this time would be collard greens, onions, parsnips, beets, and radishes. Another great crop to sow in February for Zone 8 would be snow peas and snap peas. These are really delicious, sweet, crunchy, and they're ready nice and early as well. Another really good nutritious crop would be fava beans. I like the Windsor variety of fava beans. They are super delicious. The beans must be cooked, but the tender leaves can be eaten raw or cooked like spinach. If you have existing fruit trees in your garden, February is a great time to do the pruning. Or if you're planning to add fruit trees, February is great for Zone 8 because it now gives the roots time to develop before the warm, dry spring months that are to come. And then by February for Zone 8, you can start sowing some indoor seeds of warm weather vegetables. So things like tomatoes, peppers, eggplants, celery, and cucumber can all be started as early as February. Here is the final summary of the gardening checklist for Zone 8 in February and January. Of course, most of these items are for February, but it doesn't hurt to start the planning in January so that you could figure out which seeds you need to buy and which garden projects should be started now. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please give us a like and subscribe. See you next time.